We'll start our track walk right here. This long sweeping S-turn section. So this did go the opposite direction. I just have changed it to go to the right. It used to be a left-hand turn. Then you make a left-hand turn down this little ravine ditch right here and up onto the track. From here we hit our first rhythm section. First jump is a little double step down. Then you hit just a normal double right here. Then we have a little arena cross, supercross landing takeoff right here, so not much space in between there. Gotta time it perfect. Into a little step up double. So you got step down, double, step up, double, and you're out. And we just got a little straightaway here that goes right across the ravine. Right down across. Make a little left-hand turn here. Around the corner and back down the ravine, and you hit a little speed bump jump right there. And up to a double step up. And through the rock garden. Some big rocks I need to come pick up. This is a problem out here. I got 5-gallon buckets that I just walk around and fill up with rocks, and then I use them for the garden at the house. So through here, dodge the trees, into a left. Here we got a little left up the hill a little bit. It's really loose, rocky dirt in here. And we got a double over the road. Once you clear the road double, through this little straightaway here, and boom, you hit the 80-foot tabletop. I haven't even been able to jump it all the way yet. I've hit it a couple times. Yesterday I tried to ride, but I feel like marbles out here. Even the faces of the jumps, because a lot of them were just rebuilt. They're really loose dirt on there, and you hit them and your tire just slide. It kept throwing me sideways, so you do a little more work before I go buck off of it and send it. I already have crashed off of this jump one time, and I thought I was on film too, but wasn't even recording. Yeah, this one's a pretty good one. You gotta be third gear wide open, or you can hit fourth gear and kind of cruise it. Down the hill into the supercross turn. Got our supercross, arena cross style berm here. And then into another rock garden up the side hill. This one's kind of hard to keep your traction on because you're on the side of the hill, and then you got to hit a little hip jump right here. You land right there and dodge the trees again. Pick a rut right here and try not to crash over a big rock. So now we're coming back down the side of the track, and this side of the hillside over here is really rocky and not very good traction, if you can tell on camera. It's like almost riding on a gravel bar, but not as much rock. It's more slippery because there's rock hard clay dirt underneath it. It's just a little straightaway right down the hill on the side of the track, and then you cross the ravine right there again and go to the left into the sand section. Cross, you go in a little sand whoop section right here, and I just showed me remaking this section, and I thought that you'd be able to go to the outside or to the inside right here, but it's really hard to go to the outside, so you need to just ride on it more times and like make a little berm right there, and then you have enough speed to clear that jump. You can go to the inside though. It actually works like I planned, and you can hit this little jump right here, and you can land right there on the back side of that one and hop over that and hop over those last two. So the idea for the outside was you come around the outside, jump off of that and clear both of those, but I've not been able to make that maneuver yet. I've only ridden on it like 3 laps though. You got to ride a lot more to work in the line. So over the last 2 little whoops right here and up the hill. Check back on that. This was completely flattened. You can see why in a different video. You can go up the hill and you hit this little jump right here. Just a little floater uphill jump. This side of the what do you want to call it, the ravine, the dirt is much different over here. See over there where the grass is all brown, it's all rock over there. Over here where it's green, this dirt's a little nicer to ride in. All that white dirt though, that stuff I got out of the hole that's right beneath that tree. I'll show you, we'll get there in a minute, but all that white dirt was moved. All that whole berm right there too, with my little tiny tractor. So back on track here. Up the hill, hit the jump. Off of that jump, you try to land about right here. And again, you gotta dodge a couple trees. I've had to clear a bunch of stuff. This is like a new section that I just made this year though. So you'll see some firewood over here. Those are 2 actual stumps under there that need to be burned out. So, and all these bushes were hanging over, so I cleared all that out of the way. Pretty sweet now. And you come around a little straight here, and then you drop down the left hand off camber. So slippery. So I was saying the dirt's over here is a little nicer, which it is, but right now it's kind of into May 24th, and it's been like 80 degrees for the last 3 weeks. So when there's moisture in this ground, it's pretty nice, but right now it's like marbles. So when I was riding on yesterday, almost every time I went on this corner, my front end washed out. Probably because I don't really know what I'm doing, but also because it's slippery. Around the left-hand corner, a little straightaway here, and hit this first little double step down. There was a big hole right there that was natural that I had to fix. You can see that on the other video also. You land right here, then you hit this other little, just a single jump that throws you downhill. You gotta hit that in third and then downshift the second in the air over that. So that's a fun little section though. When you're going downhill, you gotta make a sharp right hand turn right there. got one little rut starting to get worked in. You got to ride on it a long time to make ruts out here. And you drop down into the pond right here. That's where I was talking about, where I got all the white dirt. So you drop down right here and then straight up that other side right there. Little floater jump. I don't know if you can tell how steep it is or not, but it's straight up and down. So see if we can get out of here. I'm walking. Yo. So we land right here. Take a left-hand turn. Try not to hit that tree. And then pick one of these ruts. It's nice to have alternate lines when you're practicing, you know. So either one. This again is off-camber turn to your left and up a hill straight away. The two closest, biggest tracks to me, well, I don't know if they're the closest. Hangtown definitely is the closest, Prairie City. The other one that I like to go to is Washougal. So that's kind of how I built my track after. Needed some hills, needed off-camber turns, needed some jumps. So that's where I went with that. This is a little uphill climb here. Got some pig rooting right on the side of the track. I haven't seen them in person out here, but I've been seeing their sign everywhere. You come up the little hill climb here, and you make a right-hand turn here, and you can use just kind of the side of the hill as like a berm. So I just keep trying to go higher and higher up, make it into a little path. And this is all overgrown stuff out in here that I had to clear out. So could use a lot more bikes on it. So if you want to ride on a sweet track, let me know. You come here between the two trees and boom, down the hill. This is kind of a Washougal section, just straight down the hill. Third, fourth gear down the hill. And you got to drop back into third. Come around this long sweeping left corner, which is not really the best turning angle. It's hard to get good angles in there, for me anyways. And you got to haul butt and hit a double up that hill. All this dirt right here is from that big hole that we went through. And that's a lot of buckets of my little tractor. Little 40 horsepower tractor. So through this turn here, all my turns are pretty slippery. And you got to hit the uphill double right here. This is a pretty big jump right here. You got to hit that third gear pretty much wide open on the 450. I hit it the other day on the 500, and it was my first time riding the 500 out here. And the first time I came up like a little bit short, so I went a little bit faster. And the gearing is way different. I didn't know that. And I thought I was in third gear. I think I was in third gear. And I just did it the same like on the 450. And the front tire almost touched the moon. And I somehow magically landed right there. I don't even know how I held it together without ripping my shoulder off. But I did it. It was scary. And it's on film too. But that footage is terrible. Had a GoPro for the first time on in a long time, and it looks at the ground most of the time. This is a little uphill, pretty much, this is a steep section right here. When you land off that jump, go straight uphill. You got to come around a right-hand turn right there. That's at a pretty good angle. And you can fall over if you're not going fast enough. You go straight down the hill. Over another road jump right here. This is a tiny road jump though. But it goes into a tight left-hand corner right here. And it's still downhill. Probably can't tell, but this is pretty steep right here. It gets a little steeper right there too. So you gotta slam on your brakes, hit left-hand corner. Again, all this dirt was over there from that hole. I've moved a lot. It's taken me like 3 years to build this track. Around there. And then you go left of the tree right there. Well, in between those trees. Around the tree and back by the little field area we got here. And let me clarify too, it hasn't taken me 3 years to build this track. I've been working on it for 3 years. How about that? There's a little football field, baseball field. Doesn't get used too much, but it's fun when we do. So come around, this is all flat right here. You gotta take a left-hand corner right here, back up the hill. You gotta cross the road again and hit a little uphill double. A lot of these jumps over here I built just on top of logs. I just put a log down and then put dirt over the top of them. Wasn't trying to make them too big or anything over here. The whole track is supposed to be designed to be fairly safe because most of the time I'm down here by myself. So you hit that right there. And hopefully you land right here. Most of the time I just get like my front tire over it because you got to hit immediate right-hand corner right here. And I did hit that tree one time with my left hand. So, got a little roller bump here, downhill, and then a little double right there. I don't know if you can tell. This is built on top of a log too. You can tell that one. We need a little more dirt on there. And then into the field section. Across the ravine again. A couple little ruts. They are hard and slippery. That is the theme out here. When there's moisture, it's really fun. If it's, you know, a little bit wet. And if it's too wet, oh damn, that's not fun either. This dirt is sticky. Your bike will be 3,000 pounds before you know it. It's my little practice starting area also right here. Yep, see, they're around here. This is a whole different spot of the hillside. Through the little grass field straightaway here into a nice sweeping right uphill. It's kind of like a natural berm against the hillside. Through the trees. And speaking of trees, watch out for that pile right there. There was a tree right there that had to be moved. But still got a little more burning to do. It's almost all the way gone. So around that, go high side, low side, and then back down the hill. There's more. At least they know to stay off my track. So down the hill, you got a little braking bump jump right here. And you got to go straight down through these trees here. I had to clear a bunch of stuff out of there. And you got to be on the brakes hard because it gets pretty steep. Coming down the hill, and then it drops down even more right here. And you could pick a couple different lines. I try to make a new one right here that kind of skirts that you don't have to go down so far. But this, you got to go straight downhill, make a sharp right, and then back uphill again. And then you got 2 ruts over here to choose from. They were old 4-wheeler ruts, but repurposed them. And this is back to the start of that S-turn section. That was where we started. And that's where we started from right there. 1 lap on my track. That was 1 mile, pretty much exactly 1 mile. So Let me know what you think.